Hush, lady. What's up, Dolla? J Sims, what's up, Ice Water, man? What's up with the helmet, dude?
Oh,
Really?
I love the helmet. I
mean, okay.
Andy Pride?
Okay, well, I'm representing you.
Andy Pride?
I mean, I'm actually fronting. I got one too. I just ain't got the guts to put it on like that. But
man, I'm gonna tell you what. I forgot how heavy these joints are.
Man.
At least you got the good face mask.
And then you got cats like Clay Matthews want to start swinging and hitting one like it didn't hurt. What's up with Jason?
He iced his hand.
He
iced his hand after the game. He iced his hand after the game.
He had to ice his hand after the game.
He might have busted a knuckle on that, stupid. What's wrong with him?
All he needed his Brian Cushing pills, and he was fine the rest of the game.
What Kaepernick say? If intimidation is your game, you might need a new game plan.
Right.
That dude's confidence level is off the charts.
Hey,
off the charts.
He's a nuke. That's why he's a nuke.
Hey, no, don't you start that.
He's a nuke.
Okay.
No, he playing against the Packers secondary. That's why.
Hey, I'd be pretty confident about that one.
That ought to make everybody feel better.
The boy Butler is not walking through that.
Man,
walking through that door.
But yeah, that actually was a pretty good game, though. It was a pretty good game, man. But I can't. I'd be remiss not to start talking about those Jets. Jets.
Geno. Geno.
Brooklyn.
No.
Round of applause.
Round of applause. I didn't hear anybody clapping but you, buddy.
Round of applause.
Right.
Man, y'all too loud. Y'all too loud out here.
Thank you. Thank you, Devontae Davis.
Hey, hold up.
At the end of the game, Geno.
Hold up, everybody. Hold up, everybody.
We build winners.
Hold up. I'm giving Dolla the floor. Dolla, you have the floor for your Jets, baby. Go for it.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for giving me the floor. I wish we had some theme music. Something like when the beast is in the house, or when the house, oh my God, danger, something like that. Shout out to Geno Smith, the excellent X's and O's and brilliant mind of Rex Ryan. Did it again with the defense. The offense, we struggled a little bit at the beginning of the game, but Geno, he settled in the second half, moved the ball, got some first downs, an excellent scramble, if I may add, looking like Randall Cunningham with a
easy on the Cunningham.
Blasphemy. I even think he did a spin.
No disrespect.
I just didn't really see
disrespect.
what happened. Did y'all see that spin move? Did y'all see that?
Disrespectful. You just compared that clown to Randall Cunningham. Stop it.
So disrespectful.
Stop.
Listen, I don't know.
Pump your brakes.
I don't know what y'all saw. I don't know what y'all saw. I know what I saw.
Oh my God. How much had you had to drink at the time that you watched the game?
I saw one of the greatest fourth quarter comebacks of all time. That's what I saw.
Thank you, Devontae Davis.
Is this Skip Bayless?
From the Bucks had the long stick line and fallen
Tory Bayless.
Devontae Davis Schmavis. He needs
Tory Bayless.
Oh my God.
We take advantage of the mistakes of the lesser teams. That's what the great teams do. We take advantage of their mistakes.
How much did you had to drink before the game got to the fourth quarter? You did a whole new thing.
I think September 8th was December 25th.
Oh my goodness, man.
Randall Cunningham. I can't even believe you went there.
That man put up Randall. You know you got Philly fan over there. She about to have a heart attack.
We got a Philly fan? We got a Philly fan over here?
Let's talk about. Hold up.
Was just like, I guess that's all.
Now this done got serious. All right.
It got
serious.
We got a Philly fan in the house now.
Okay.
Now let's take this back. Now, granted, I may be exercising a little bit of exaggeration in my description here.
A little bit.
That's the scope.
But to talk about Randall Cunningham as if he's Joe Montana out here, let's right now. It's not that much of a stretch. I mean, Randall Cunningham wasn't a great quarterback. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
He was very good.
Yeah, he was very good.
Very good.
I will say. In the Donovan McNabb class,
better than Geno at the moment, and you can't compare Geno to Randall Cunningham ever.
She was exaggerating. Calm down.
Ever.
Calm down.
Some things you just don't exaggerate with.
Calm down.
Blasphemy.
Can we go ahead and give
you can't compare him to Randall Cunningham on the Vikings yet, but maybe the Eagles.
Not even.
He rubbing it in. He is rubbing it in.
Oh, what's in your milk?
Lonice,
What's in your milk?
Stop it.
It's that Geno juice. It's that Geno juice.
Oh my goodness.
Geno juice. You bringing that Geno juice?
Hey man. Hey, boy.
We bringing that Aaron Hernandez force. Up to the ring. I'm letting y'all know.
That dude is firing shots all over the place.
Oh my goodness, Dolla boy. Welcome back, Dolla. Oh my goodness. Hold on, so let's see where. Hold up here. So Bears fan, yeah, they won. Philly fan, yeah, they won.
Barely.
Browns fan, no.
And
there it is. And Dolphins fan, yeah, they beat your
Didn't the
Browns.
Browns lose to the Dolphins?
Yeah. Well, really, both teams lost, but Miami just had more points at the end of the game. So,
pretty much.
Hey, I'm being real. I'm not even going to exaggerate. I ain't even going there with nobody. Tannehill, Marino. They showed a picture of Marino standing next to Tannehill. I was like, that's just blasphemy looking at the picture.
Right. What's blasphemy is 13 carries from Trent Richardson.
Ooh.
That's blasphemy.
And who is your offensive coordinator? Lonice, say it.
I don't know. Who is his offensive coordinator?
You killed it.
North Turner.
Thank you.
North Turner.
Tory's all-time favorite coach. Tory's all-time favorite coach. I will find a job.
My bad.
North Turner. I will find a job.
Turner.
You know Jay still mad. Jay
Maybe North Turner's having a minute.
That job.
No, North Turner forgot. He forgot Brandon Wheaton he thought he was good or something. I'm like, what are you? How many times did he throw the ball, Prev? 50 times?
An obscene amount of times
against the Dolphins. 50 times against the Dolphins.
Who's their secondary? Who is in their secondary?
I can't name it. We draft them, then we trade them. I don't know who's in the secondary.
And they do well elsewhere.
I barely know who's on the front seven right now. Cameron Wade. I think I'm done. I don't.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
The Dolphins put 8 in the box for Trent Richardson.
And
the other 3 did just fine.
So what?
Time out.
And the other 3 did just fine.
8 in the box. That's different when you got 8 San Francisco 49ers and 8 Seattle Seahawks. Right. And 8 you got 8 Dolphins. You still supposed to run the ball.
You a franchise. He's the 3rd overall pick. Give him the rock.
Hey,
Cleveland fans.
I read something real interesting last week on Grantland.com where a guy made a statement that had me laughing for about 2 days. He said Whedon was a rich man's Chris Winky.
Ow.
Might be.
That's bad.
He's a broke man's Bernie Kosar.
But you know what? Broke.
I'll take a drunk broke Bernie Kosar over Brandon.
You said a drunk and broke.
Drunk and broke.
Oh,
he's both right now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'll take Bernie right now out of the studio and let him play right now versus Brandon Reed.
What in the world? What is this? My dude, diehard Cleveland to the death? Jason
dude. Yeah, Tory, he's fading fast, man.
Wow.
Whedon is almost on Sanchez status.
Told y'all go out.
Oh, nah.
Sanchez is like, you know what? I need to start packing my locker.
It ain't that bad. He ain't throwing screen passes to the defensive lineman. It's not that bad.
No, Eli was doing that.
Hey, yo.
Eli was doing that.
Did y'all
a lot of bad quarterback play this weekend.
Did any of y'all see the sports science on the butt fumble? Did any of y'all?
I missed it. I heard about it.
I couldn't do it. I had to turn it. I
heard about it.
I missed that. Oh my god.
That was really embarrassing.
I will look that up. Hey, Prev, what about your Bears, man? They looked all right, man.
You know what? I had the Bengals going as my fantasy defense, so it was bittersweet.
Bittersweet.
How funny is
Really?
that?
Prev,
How funny is that?
Prev, you're always supposed to. The loyalty to your team's supposed to override fantasy football.
Fantasy football. I was
You
about to
would
say.
think so.
No, always it is because last night I had Alfred Morris playing and Deshaun Jackson, but Alfred Morris stunk up the joint, and I was okay with that because I needed the Eagles to win. And although we tried to bail the Redskins out at the end of the game and give it to them anyway, Eagles winning was the most important portion.
Here's what I'll respond. Here's my response. If you watch the Bears play in the last 2 years, you know it's perfectly acceptable and it's really on the norm for a miserable offensive performance and the defense will score like 2 or 3 touchdowns and get a punt return or something like that, and they'll win. And you know whoever you got on your fantasy team that's opposing them will still come through with good numbers.
Yeah, that's true.
So why wouldn't the Bengals be any different?
That's true.
That's okay.
Yeah, I roll with that. But speaking of your Eagles, boy, I was cracking up in that first half watching them run that offense. I was like, you know what? This might work. It might work.
I missed the game last night. They were saying the Eagles. I missed that game. They said the Eagles were tired.
You damn right. They were tired.
Their own linemen were tired.
No. See, I disagree with that because the one thing I like about what they was showing on the Chip Kelly offense is he never requires his linemen to pull and leave a certain area. So every time they ran a play, it was always the zone option. So all they would do is just shift and block. And then they get right back on it. No, LaShawn McCoy was getting tired because he ain't rushed the ball that much in 3 years. He was gassed.
He was.
Dude, he ran on that safety.
53 plays before halftime. 53. That is crazy.
The players on the outside were tired because they're running routes and then they got to get all the way back. They're running routes and they got all the way back. The linemen were actually fine. They would just say, let's just keep going. Because all they got to do is make one quick block on the zone and boom, LaShawn McCoy was going. And that dude was
the offensive linemen were the only ones not tired.
He was killing them, Jay.
I saw the move. I saw the move he put on that safety where he jumped. I was like, ooh, that was bad.
Dude, I'm nicknaming it.
But I'm going to go ahead and go back to my point that if we keep this up, still not going to have any quarterbacks in Philadelphia by week 6. Michael Vick's ignorant behind out there throwing blocks last night. You were not paid for that. You were not paid for that.
He did it 3 times. And Jay, he did it 3 times and twice he dove into a guy. I was like, what are you doing?
He's excited to play football again.
That's their job.
Hold
Let
up.
them earn their paycheck. And he's scrambling and not fine.
Lonice, he's excited to play football again.
No. You can't get excited to do some stuff that's not your job, okay?
Well, I understand.
You are paid to throw the ball,
right?
Not throw blocks. The fat guys in front, they're supposed to spring LaShawn McCoy and Deshaun Jackson, not your bogus behind. Right. And we needed 8 yards. You've run 36 and take a hit out of bounds. Now your groin is jacked up and you're gimpy in the 4th quarter. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
Hey, the lovely lady so eloquently put it right on this Michael Vick thing, and I gotta say, Michael Vick is like the NFL version of Shaquille O'Neal. You keep asking him, hopefully one day you'll be able to hit free throws. But I'm sorry, it's just not going to happen. Michael Vick is going to continue to run, not get down, take hits, and he's not going to be able to last the full season. So congratulations. Hopefully Nick Foles can lead y'all to the promised land by the end of the season.
Hey, I thought he was
gonna get broke up too out there in that offense.
Hey, look, I thought he was gonna get hurt when Deshaun Jackson jumped on his back in the end zone when he scored the touchdown. Deshaun Jackson up here doing leapfrogs in the end zone. Then he hitting Chip Kelly in the head. They chest bumping. I'm like, what is going on?
It was all too much.
Obviously, this is the version. This is like when you go in. Everybody on this call is we are not old, but we are not young. And like when you go to the gym, you're playing basketball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Do you die at 22, 23? I'm going to die for that ball, see if it goes out of bounds. At 33, we got next. I'll get the next possession. Dead ball.
Right.
Got to do all that.
Exactly.
Right.
If Michael Vick has been in the league long enough, sir, and when you slide, like the 2 times he did slide, he went head first. No, dummy. Slide feet first, so you're giving yourself up. When you go head first, they can still hit you.
They don't know how
They
to
can
slide.
still hit you.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to check ball over
Kill it.
top. Sometimes you got to check. Sometimes it's okay to play half court. You ain't got to run full court all the time.
Prev, would you let these
What I
people
need you to do is live to play another down. That's all
Right.
I'm asking for.
Prev.
Let's let them know he went to Virginia Tech. He don't know how to slide. He went to Virginia Tech. All right? He don't know how to slide.
Right. Pointing to the screen, man. Forget that. I think Philly gonna be okay, man. But like you said, Lonice, they gotta tone it. Vic's gotta tone it down. The blocking thing, I'm good about the running, but he's gotta tone down that blocking thing. I rewinded too. I was like, was that Vick running it? I was like, and then it's not like he can really block anybody. I'm like, dude, you gonna take the worst of that every time.
I'm in the house waking the neighbors and having a stroke because I was like, what is he doing?
Hold on.
What are you doing, sir?
Brad, you know what though? You know what?
The defense got some turnovers, which they only got 13 last year. We got 3 last night, so we're ahead of the curve. Not bad.
Here's what I was thinking about that. I mean, a lot of people were all wound up about the blur offense and all that stuff. What I was looking at and what I saw, the Eagles' offense was great. Nobody's talking about how bad the Redskins were. I mean, you can run 53 possessions when the other guy only has 9. I mean, look, man, these dudes couldn't even execute a pitch out right. I was like, I'm sitting there watching like, no more practice in Richmond for y'all. I'm from Richmond.
Hey, blow it up.
I know what happens in Richmond.
Blow it up.
Y'all were in Richmond too long. Y'all need to move back to D.C. and have your camp or something because whatever y'all was running, whatever y'all was practicing, it wasn't football. I was just like,
blow it up.
It was some bad football.
Lots
all around. Speaking of bad football, I'm gonna say this quick old shout out to those Steeler fans out there. Ooh.
Ow, quit it.
Oh my God.
Hey, Browns and Steelers, same record.
Dude, everybody in the AFC North lost.
Everybody. That's a bad time.
The Ravens got blasted. Browns lost to the Dolphins. The Steelers lost to the Sea.
That's good.
I mean, are you kidding? Right.
That loss was worse than my loss. The Steelers losing to the Titans was worse. And the only reason they got that other 2 points is because of a mistake by the Titans.
On the first play of the game.
Right. But then they got the garbage touchdown at the end of the game that was still... And isn't Todd Haley supposed to be like this great, beautiful offensive mind? What happened?
Todd Haley and Ben Roethlisberger don't even get along right now.
They don't like each other, man.
Now, they weren't that phenomenal last year together either. Or did y'all watch some different Steeler games?
If I'm Jonathan Dwyer, I'm asking for more money. F you pay me. Because y'all disrespected me and you went out there and laid an egg.
Oh my goodness! Right. Hey, Tory, what we gonna do about your boy Ndamukong Pseudo, man? What's up with your boy, man?
Listen, man. I'm sorry.
What is up with that cat, man?
Well, I'm in the minority here because I'm a fan of Ndamukong Suh.
Oh, here we go.
I understand the football is trying to get safer, and you want to protect these linemen, from people going at their knees. You want to protect receivers from people going at their heads. I understand the game is changing. And it's all about safety. But I'm sorry. I don't want to see anybody get injured. And if you really take a look at the play, and I didn't play football. I played football for one day. They tried to put my skinny ass at offensive line, and I wasn't having it. And I didn't like practicing in the mud and all of that. That wasn't my thing.
He was like Jack. I'm going deep.
I'm going deep on the edge. Right.
On the edge.
But I've listened to various people that played in the league that provide their opinions on the topic. Everybody from one extreme to the other, from Chris Carter calling him dirty to Mark Schlereth saying that it wasn't a dirty play and that actually he engaged the lineman at the hips So I don't know what to think in terms of whether it was dirty or whether it wasn't dirty. Obviously, he has a reputation, and the reputation is what got him that outrageous fine. But I just think that you're getting to a point in the league where if you're going to legislate safety, you have to have some type of consistency or guidelines to go with it. You can't just throw out, I'm gonna fine him $100,000, but there's no direction or any doctrine for someone to learn from on what not to do.
Yeah, I can agree with that part. I can agree with that part.
The guy who does some dirty things, stomping on people, that type of thing.
Nah, man, he kicked my man. He kicked my man in the nuts, man. Man, Shaw.
He did.
Hey,
smashed the dude's head into the turf.
The stepping on the player, I was almost like, okay, but this dude swung his foot and kicked my shot in the nuts.
Yeah, there's been a lot of dirty play throughout sports. John Stockton was a dirty player in the NBA, but he's still revered. What happens at the bottom of a pile when there's a fumble?
All types of shenanigans.
Jason can tell you.
All types of shenanigans goes on at the bottom of the pile.
He just happens to get caught because
Jason,
he's out there.
The ear hole.
Grabbing, biting.
Yeah.
Yep. All that.
Poking in the ear.
Yeah. I think he's a talented player. I just think he just finds himself in inopportune situations. I thought he was trying to make a play. That's what I thought he was trying to do.
But
I look at it like this: the NFL is kind of like how the NCAA is when it comes to trying to fine people. When it comes to trying to punish people, they don't have any type of, like Tory says, any type of standard. I heard Stephen A. or somebody say something that was really good, where they said that they should get current players and former players on a panel involved, trying to figure out what's safe and what's not. Right now, you've got rich owners and guys that are disconnected from the league that are getting paid by the owners and by Goodell to make rules that don't apply to today's game, and they're changing the game up.
Okay, can I jump in on that point?
Yeah,
I understand the panel of having players and non-players, but listen, if any of y'all have had fast food, Taco Bell, Wendy's, I know Jay's had some Taco Bell before. All right. Some chalupas. I know he's had some Wendy's, some junior bacon cheeseburgers, with no lettuce, no tomatoes. I know all this.
No tomatoes.
My point is, the CEOs of these companies probably don't eat Taco Bell and Wendy's. All right, so you need to not just have players providing their input. You do need some people that are going to bring the business aspect to this at the table. Because if you just have a bunch of football players around, you might not have any room.
All I say, I feel you, Tory. I just feel like if you didn't play the game, stay in your lane, man. Stay in your lane. You're supposed to be running the books. You run the books. Let us make the rules.
But they have to. They're trying to keep
people
it so.
That are pretty good at. What'd you say, Lonice?
But Jason, they're trying to keep it so they can run the books in a positive direction.
Exactly.
And nobody wants to see anybody get hurt. Now, I think they should have, as you said, some current and old players, but they need somebody else in there too that's like, let me keep track of the game check. Make sure the money's gonna do what it needs to.
I agree, but at the end of the day, you got to make sure somebody by the owner.
Oh, where's that feedback coming from?
I think that's coming from the helmet. Yo, the helmet don't want to leave, man.
I had
okay. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, my coach was calling in the plays, and I had some feedback in my earplugs, so I had to lose the helmet.
Oh, okay. Hey. Got you. So they're trying to regulate that as well. The problem is, though, and part of the problem is everybody's screaming, the people, they're like, the fans want the game safer. If they poll the majority of the fans, no, we don't. We watch football because of the hits. No, we don't. I mean, you don't want, just like Dolla said, I don't want to see anybody get hurt. I don't want to watch anybody get paralyzed, bones hanging out, neck broken. I don't want to see any of that. But if you're going to hit hard, that I love. and that's why I watch. Jacked Up was my favorite segment on Monday Night Countdown.
Man, they took that off just for that point. Just for that. Just because they didn't want that.
Yeah. They're like, they're leaning towards safety. We're going to take that off. But everybody raced home to see the big hits from Sunday. That's why we watch.
I recorded it.
That's why people watch the game. They don't really want it safer. That just sounds good in theory. Yeah, that's the dirty little secret. Fans tune in because it's a barbaric sport. The Romans and the Greeks, they were on to something. Football works. They were on to something. Now we just put them in pads with a helmet, and they were like, okay, it's safer now. We're good.
Football would be a lot safer with some lions thrown out there.
You want some lions?
I don't want any lions. I'm just saying the concept, the crowd, they get all hype over a big hit. A pretty pass is good, but if it's a pretty pass finished with a level hit and the ball comes out, even better.
Yeah. But I know the fans would rather see big hits than knees getting popped out of socket like we've been seeing on a bunch of cats now. Dustin Keller, Butch Legault. I didn't see 2 knees blown out this year.
Right, but that's the problem they're getting into, trying to regulate out concussions. Dudes are now going back to going low. They started going high because they were trying not to blow out guys' knees and ruin their career. But now you're like, well, if you're anywhere near the helmet, your shoulder accidentally brushes dude's face mask, it's a penalty, it's a fine, you're getting ejected from the game, it's all of that. Defensive coordinators are going to start being like, okay, we'll go low. If dude can't walk tomorrow and never plays football again, my bad.
But
you can't have both.
But the saddest thing about it is that now they're going for the thing that's probably one of the least protected things in football.
Exactly.
Why not? People can make helmets that will not totally stop concussions, but greatly reduce them. If you want to put the money into Hutch and Nike and all these other helmet companies, if the NFL is willing to say, put the extra, they already do for some. They don't put as much money, in my opinion, as they can. If I was playing right now, I would have one of them robo braces on both knees right now because guys taking me out. What you gonna do?
He's sick. I saw at least, man.
I have at least a piece of metal trying to protect my knee from bending sideways like Keller and Munchie Legault and the other guys. I'd rather take that chance. I'm putting it on both knees, even if they fine.
Man, it's a blessing if you get hit like that and nothing happens. Because I saw Romo take a shot like that this weekend, man. I mean, everybody's talking about the rib shot he took. He got clipped from behind on his knee this weekend too.
He did.
And everybody thought he was done. I had the camera zooming in. I was like, uh-oh, he's gone. And he got up. I said, oh. I was like, man, that's lucky. Because he took a clean hit on that knee, man.
I'm telling you right now, let Tom Brady run and somebody dive at his knee and blow it out. I bet you're going to have a rule change.
But you know what? But they did that already.
They're going to get arrested.
They already did.
They did that already, though, Jason. When Tom Brady got his knee blown out.
They're putting the show Aaron Hernandez.
Hold up, you say you're going to get arrested.
Right. Absolutely.
But after he got his knee blown out before, they changed the rules.
Tory said you're going to lock him up. Like, wait a minute. Did you hit Tom Brady in the knee? Yeah, click.
Yep. That Brady legislation.
Exactly.
Oh,
I bet you Aaron Rodgers gonna slide a lot sooner. Tom Brady probably even know. I can't even run to the point where I need to slide like immediately.
I'm not even running. I'm just gonna drop in the pocket. Going down, my knee buckled. I'm gonna act like I'm hurt because that's what the Redskins dudes were doing last night trying to.
Oh, that was so terrible.
Oh my gosh, I was like, really, y'all cramping up again?
Did they show the replay? The cats just like, oh my leg, just falling out. I was like, that is bad. That is so bad.
It was almost like my neck, my back, and my back. Come on, y'all, stop.
And then they kept the guy out of the game talking about, oh, now he's just coming back in. I'm like, man, that was planned. He was already going to be out like 5 plays anyway to get a rest. What are you talking about?
That dude wasn't hurt. I mean, he was trying to help out his teammates.
That happened.
Yeah.
That's no secret, though.
Yeah.
The Eagles didn't invent that. That did just
No,
just pop up.
they didn't invent
People
that.
can do that.
They didn't invent that. Brian Urlacher and Lovie Smith did.
Yeah, that's right.
According to Urlacher,
According to Urlacher,
we
yeah.
practice it.
We practice. We practice situational cramping.
Right.
Situational cramping.
Situational cramping. Yep. Situational sprain. Situational sprain. Oh, I have a sprain.
Hey, to switch it up, have y'all heard about this story out of Oklahoma State?
Yeah.
Tell me y'all loving this. Tell me y'all loving this. Come on now, people. The program had
What's
to get
the story?
it somewhere. It wasn't made up out of the blue.
What was the story? I missed
Well,
it.
I'm about to say, who's telling on who? Who's telling on who? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who's telling on who?
Well, basically, the statute of limitations is done. So you really can't do nothing about it, but come on now.
What?
There's one dude you can still chase down.
But I'm saying, help school me, man.
Mike Gundy?
Hold up. School me. Who's telling on who? Like, what's the story? Like, what's the story?
I don't know the story.
I believe it was okay.
Go ahead,
SI, I believe SI was breaking a story that apparently all the way back in like 2000, all the way back when Les Miles was coaching Oklahoma State.
Wow.
There was some pay for performance type stuff going on. Now this is really good old Southwestern Conference back in the 70s and 80s stuff.
Yep.
But yeah. So I mean, but again, here's the thing. They're talking about something that happened 11 years ago that apparently it really takes you back to like the 80s and 70s, the bad old days of college football. Everybody want to talk about a college football controversy now. I swear y'all were not living in the 70s and 80s if that's what you're talking about, because it used to be wild west out there, cash and hay bales, cars dipped in gold, all that stuff. I ain't joking about this, man. I mean, if people are saying with these kids, he signed an autograph and got some bubble gum, that's not a controversy. You know?
Yeah, and apparently,
I look at
5 of the players that are named in this story, I think 4 out of the 5 were kicked off the team at one point in time. There's even players that were named in the story, and of course they've come out and denied it, said they didn't get any money. But one guy, his last name was Fields. I don't know who he is, but he was just making a point. Why would second and third string guys be getting paid, but I didn't get any money, and I was a first string player? So it seems as if this isn't a story that is carrying much momentum at this point. I know it's just the first day. You know, there may be a smoking gun that comes out as a result, but Les Miles, he's denied it, of course. I think there was some other details that there was a hostess, a group of hostesses.
Yeah, okay, I heard about that.
Yeah.
Now I heard about that. I did hear about that.
The friends of the program.
Just like he got game, baby. He got game.
Hey,
He got game.
Yeah, come on, people. This is not made up stuff. This is not like, I want to make a movie called The Program, and I'm gonna make up Latimer doing steroids. I'm gonna make up hostesses with sexual
Let's go lie
favors.
down in the street.
Let me think of a movie, He Got Game, where they doing the same similar stuff, just basketball.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on now, this is coming from somewhere.
Exactly.
This is happening all the time.
Of course.
Ohio State, Florida
Art imitates
State,
life.
University of Florida, University of freaking Dayton. This
Definitely.
is having every school all over the place.
And definitely.
Hey,
So-
In Miami, right?
Hold on.
All over.
Hold on, we still
All over.
we still on the investigation. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Right,
Still
right.
getting looked at. My bad.
Real
Hey
quick.
yo,
Real
what's
quick.
up?
Speaking, let's segue to the big fight that's coming up this Saturday. All right,
Okay.
September
Okay.
14th. Okay?
Okay.
Me and Prev about to take over this show here.
No, you're not.
got it.
We the
Hold
boxing
up there.
experts. We the boxing experts on this panel here. All right. So Prev, what's gonna happen this Saturday, man?
First and foremost, I regret to inform you that there is almost no chance that I'll be able to see the fight. I know.
Oh,
Oh,
I feel for you, man. I feel for you.
I'm gonna try to sneak into BW3, so we'll see how that goes.
This fight is overhyped.
All right.
You know what? No.
Tory,
No.
go.
No, I'll let Prev go. Prev's about to educate on it.
No, I can't say it's overhyped because I don't care if Canelo Alvarez loses 11 rounds to 1. he's going to go on and have some really good fights down the line, and because of his weight class, he's going to get in the ring with some quality competition, guys that Mayweather wouldn't be fighting, and nobody should expect him to fight anyway. So this won't be, no matter what happens outside of a Canelo Alvarez win, this won't be an indictment on any of his particular shortcomings, other than it could wind up being just another Floyd Mayweather showcase.
Right.
Yeah, I completely agree with Prev's statement. I mean, there's other boxers out there besides Manny Pacquiao, Jason Simmons. Contrary to what everybody in the media says about the death of boxing and how UFC is growing in popularity and boxing sucks, despite the fact that Mayweather's fight is going to outsell the last 10 UFCs combined.
Easily.
Easily.
Tory, I totally agree with you. I like boxing better than UFC.
Yeah.
I just know that I like Mayweather even though you don't think I do. I love Mayweather. I just know I'm not worried about this man against Canelo Alvarez.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about it. The man gonna win.
But you gotta understand. I said I was you before Roy Jones got knocked the hell out by I was you. There's no way that Roy can lose. Roy gonna be undefeated. He's the greatest of all time. That's when I was an inexperienced boxing fan. All right, before
and then you went to get a hot dog and came back and dude was on the back. You had no idea what happened. Because that was the fact. Went outside to the grill, came back, and they were like, "Fight's over." What?
Lonice, I kicked everybody out of my house when I got
the Roy Jones impression.
I went to get something to eat. I came back, fight was over. I told everybody to get out of my house.
I had gone to a fight party. We were cooking on the grill.
But the funny
just started, went out the door to get the plate, came back in, fight was over. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was outside for 2 seconds. What happened?
Jay, you gotta understand, this is boxing, you know. So boxing, a fight can turn. These guys are high. They can knock you unconscious with one shot. Mike Tyson was supposed to never lose. He wasn't supposed to lose to Buster Douglas. What markets the fight is the threat. So Floyd has marketed the threat. Canelo Alvarez is somebody that's in a higher weight class. He's going to come into the ring weighing at least 15 pounds more than Mayweather. He's going to be significally bigger than Mayweather in this fight. Yeah. He's more powerful than him.
This is not a guy boxing ring.
I mean, he has over 40. Over 40 professional fights.
I don't. Like I said, I think Mayweather's going to win, but it's definitely not going to be a cakewalk. It's not going to be a cakewalk. Because like you said, Tory, he knows that every champion we've seen that was in that invincible state, even with a Mayweather right now, has had that one shot taken. They all, think about it, the Tysons, the Roy Joneses, even Muhammad Ali back in the day. So Mayweather knows, like you said, the threat is what's selling this, but he also knows he can't go out there and make a mistake. That's the big thing. He's got a box. He's got to be Mayweather. He can't go out there and make a mistake because he'll be like Pacquiao on that mat, and we'll be like, well, he got paid, but he got knocked out.
Yeah, that's why people pay for the fight. And not only that, but there's a great undercard with Lucas Matisse going against Danny Garcia for the junior welterweight crown.
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's worth a ticket in itself.
Lucas Matisse is the new Pacquiao, in a sense, in terms of knocking everybody out on the comeback.
Okay.
And that's what a lot of people were saying, a potential Matisse Mayweather or Matisse Alvarez fight somewhere down the line. That's going to be a lot of people interested in that.
Hey, man, it's getting late. Trying to end this and sign off on this. Thank y'all for calling in.
Thank you.
All right.